Hello there, this is LaFaye, and I'm going to read to you from a very special book. At least it's special to me because I wrote it. See, there's my name. I wrote No Frogs in School. You notice another name over here. Well, she illustrated the book. Her name is Eglantine Curimont. She was born in Belgium and lives in France. Now, I know this is an unusual version of the book, but it's an easy way for me to record myself reading it to you so that you can see every page and hear my voice. So here we go. No frogs in school. Bartholomew Botts loved pets, hoppy pets, hairy pets, and scaly pets. He loved them all so much he couldn't go to school without one. Phew, that's a lot of pets. I wonder which one he really wants to take to school. What do you think? Those are some good guesses. Let's see who was right. On Monday, Bartholomew chose Ferdinand the Frog because he was new to the family. Bartholomew plopped him in his cool pink lunchbox. During art, Mr. Patnus taught them how mixing colors made new colors. Bartholomew wondered what made frogs different colors. Just when Bartholomew was about to ask, Ferdinand jumped into Lacey's finger paints. Bartholomew grabbed for Ferdinand, but he slip-hopped away. Spling! He landed on Mr. Patnus's head. Mr. Patnus shared a new rule. No frogs in school. Alrighty then. If there were no frogs in school, then what do you think happened the very next day? Well, on Tuesday, Siegfried the salamander looked lonely. Aw, he does. He wasn't a frog, so Bartholomew figured Mr. Patnus wouldn't mind. He slipped Siegfried into his pocket. When Bartholomew showed him to Sanford, Siegfried scampered up Sanford's sleeve. Sanford shush-shoomed to get him out. Bartholomew scrambled to catch the salamander. Siegfried scampered onto a desk, then scurried to the floor. The other kids started to scream and scramble. Siegfried got nervous. He went woo-woo on Mr. Patnus's shoe. Mr. Patnus shared a new rule. No salamanders in school. No frogs, toads, or tadpoles. Nothing born in the water that grows up to live on land. Keep your amphibians at home. On Wednesday, Horace the hamster didn't want to go back in his house. He wasn't an amphibian, so Bartholomew put Horace in his bag. Horace hated pockets. But Mr. Patnus liked pockets. He wanted to see inside every one Bartholomew had. See how popular pockets are? Bartholomew told Horace. But he didn't hear a word. The hamster had wandered off. Time to check our seedlings, said Mr. Patnus. Bartholomew loved gardening, so he got to the planting box first. Oh, did he really? Actually, Horace got there first. He squealed and squirmed and shimmied between the seedlings. Everyone got in on the act, grabbing and shouting and laughing. Horace got so scared he scurried back to Bartholomew's pocket. Mr. Patnus added a new rule. No hamsters, no rats, no squirrels, no rodents in school. So he can't bring a frog, or any other kind of amphibians, or a hamster, which happens to be a rodent. So, what do you think he did the next day? Let's see. On Thursday, Sylvia the snake snuggled around Bartholomew's hand. She wasn't an amphibian or a rodent, so Bartholomew said he'd slip her into school with him. Speaking of slip, look at those cool slippers. Mr. Patnus asked Bartholomew to turn his bag inside out. Bartholomew said he could do the same thing with his top lip. Mr. Patnus didn't want to see it. Mr. Patnus talked to the class about full sentences and periods. Carlos leaned over to Bartholomew and asked, "Can you show me the lip thing?" Bartholomew did. Carlos laughed. Bartholomew took Sylvia out of her box to show Carlos that snakes have a notch in their lips for their tongue to go through. But Fatima screamed and scared Sylvia. She slithered right back up the wall. Wow! Rollo pointed. Does it bite? Bartholomew said. No, she snuggles. Mr. Patnus came over with dust in his hair and a snake in his hand. He didn't look happy, and he had a new rule. This one was a doozy. No snakes in school, no turtles, no lizards, no cold-blooded animals with scales, no reptiles. He took a deep breath, then said, no amphibians, no rodents, no dogs, no cats, no fish, no more of your pets. Do you promise to remember that, Mr. Bartholomew? Yes, Mr. Patnus. Bartholomew was good at following the rules. Mr. Patnus said, tomorrow we'll start the day with show and tell. Can we bring anything? Asked Fatima. Yes, anything. Mr. Patnus stared at Bartholomew. But no more of your pets. On Friday, Bartholomew sat on his bed with Rivka, the rabbit, in his lap. Bartholomew thought she'd enjoy going to school and meeting all of the kids. Too bad about Mr. Patnus's rules. Rivka wasn't an amphibian or a rodent, but she was his pet. Then he had an idea. A happy, can't wait for it to happen idea. He smiled all the way to school. What do you think Bartholomew's idea is? Take a minute to think about it. I bet you'll come up with a great guess. I think I hear a couple great guesses already. Let's see. Mr. Patnus didn't look so happy when Bartholomew came in the classroom. What is that? It's Rivka. And she's not my pet. She's everyone's pet. And that is how Rivka came to live in Mr. Patnus's classroom. And no one was happier than Bartholomew, because Bartholomew Botts loved pets. Hoppy pets, hairy pets, scaly pets, and classroom ones too. The end. I hope you enjoyed this reading of No Frogs in School by the author LaFaye. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye now.